Hello everyone, welcome to another Degrassi Deep Dive Love Triangle video. The next Love Triangle video we're going to talk about, and it's not going to be that long because I spent just 30 minutes talking about the Ashley, Craig, and Manny Love Triangle. Let's talk about the Claire, Drew, and Eli Love Triangle and why I don't like it. Number one, I don't like this Love Triangle because I feel like it ruined all three characters. This Love Triangle made Claire very male-centered, and it kind of made her a hypocrite because all the slut shaming that she would do when it came to Jenna or get on Allie's ass for constantly sleeping around, she was able to juggle between two guys and nobody ever got on her ass. Never. All I ever see on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever social I have is that people are going to say, oh, Eli doesn't have the right to be upset with Claire when he cheated first. So, like I kind of said in my other video when I said that Eli was not wrong for calling her a whore, what you're saying is anything that Claire did with Drew was pretty much calculated, right? Premeditated? That she pretty much already had in her plan that she's going to get her get back? How does that make sense? Because I feel like in season 13 or 14, Eli and Claire were coming very incompatible. I won't say toxic because I feel like everybody loves throwing that word toxic around and then they kind of don't really know what it means. I don't think Eli and Claire in season 13 or 14 were becoming toxic. I think they were becoming incompatible. Like, if Claire knew she wasn't going to be able to do long distance, why tell Eli that your relationship is strong enough for long distance? That don't even make sense. At the end of season 14, they do long distance. The college that Claire wants to go to was going to be in long distance, and he said they're strong enough to do long distance. I'm like, really? Your whole relationship and everything almost got burnt down because y'all couldn't handle long distance. Then you're saying they could handle it? Like, the writers, I don't understand their logic. Like, that didn't make sense to me. Like, Claire, if you knew that you weren't really over what Eli did by kissing another girl or almost having sex with her, you don't owe him anything by getting into a relationship with him. She didn't owe him anything, but it's the fact that she felt like she did. Like, she never really forgave Eli. She just hopped into a relationship with him, which to me is like, what? I never understood why the writers felt like they needed to put Claire and Drew as an item. They never made sense to me. They don't have any chemistry, and like I said, they just, at that point, was just making, like, Drew, like girl crazy. Like, he was bopping from Claire, bopping from Becky, like, bopping from Zoe. It's like, why is he just used as a key to people's storylines? Like, I don't understand that. Like, the Love Triangle ruined all three characters because they brought Eli back to do nothing. He just came there to just get Claire back, and he didn't want anything to do with her if she was pregnant with Drew's baby. Drew was just put into a storyline that had nothing to do with him. It was just something to get Eli and Claire back together. Like, huh? I thought Claire and Drew liked each other, but you're telling me in season 13, after they had sex, he told her, I don't want to be your rebound, but she had already had a predetermined that she's going to go back to Eli anyway. So, to me, like I always say, why is everybody even mad that Drew didn't want to be with her? She'd already had her mind made up that she was going to go back with Eli anyway. So, that I never understood. But in season 14, Claire in season 13 was making it like she was very much in love with Drew by saying, oh, you make me happy, and you make me forget I'm with Eli, and all that, right? But in season 14, she couldn't wait to swap him on the wall like a fly when Eli showed back up. So again, like I said, I'm very confused on why Drew gets so much hate. Yes, Tim and Claire had sex, but she ran back to Eli after they had sex. So he was right to put her ass in like, oh no, me and you not doing nothing because I know you still mostly tied to that nigga. My thing is that this love triangle and the whole pregnancy storyline is one of the worst love triangles, one of the worst storylines ever told, because to me personally, at this point, I did not give a fuck about Eli and Claire's relationship. I didn't care, and I knew the writers were going to make them endgame no matter what, but I just felt like the writers at this point was doing way too much for Eli and Claire's relationship to where I checked out, and that was the best thing for me to do. Like I said, I feel like Eli and Claire's relationship was becoming very incompatible. Claire knew long distance was going to be tough, so to me, what pisses me off is that whenever she calls Eli, she expects him to just to drop whatever he's doing in college, just to come down there and hang out with her. Claire, you know that's impossible. He's on the way to New York. You're on the way to Toronto, Canada. You knew long distance was going to be tough. If you didn't want him going to New York for his theater and making movies, you should have told him that he needs to go to a school that's more closer to home. She didn't voice that. What she do? She told him to go after his dream. Now that he is there doing what he loves, you hate it because he can't drop what he's doing to come down here and spend time with you. Like Claire, like I understand where she was coming from. Whenever she made plans, Eli did cancel, but it's like he's in college. Things are completely different. He can't just drop a course or drop a class. This is college where it's fucking do or break it. As for a high school, she can do those things. She can not do homework. She could suppress this exam and get it made up. As for when it's a college, one is done. If you don't have this shit done, you automatically fail. As for a high school, these teachers do give you more chances because they actually want to see you graduate. See, Claire had more of an advantage because she was in high school, so if she didn't want to do a test or exam or a project, she could let that shit slide and continue to do it some other time. But Eli is at college to where it's like, it's nearly impossible. If he don't have this shit done on time, it's a wrap. It's all already automatically an F. So she should understand him being in college, there are different circumstances. But my thing is, why was she so mad that he couldn't make any of these dates anyway? She was already having feelings for Drew at that point. See, my thing is, nobody ever calls Claire out for emotionally cheating. Eli might have did what he did physically, even though he only kissed Lenora. Everybody made it seem like he had sex with her, when he had enough self-control to know he didn't want to go that far. Him and Lenora kissed. They made out. Some clothes came off. Yes, but he didn't have sex with her. Claire went the whole way. Even though she did have sex with Drew, even though after she broke up with Eli, it's the fact that she broke up with Eli so she could have sex with Drew. So she wouldn't feel guilty. But nobody ever calls her out for anything before she had sex with Drew, before she broke up with Eli, was emotionally cheating. It was emotionally cheating. Like, she was emotionally cheating on Eli, but nobody ever calls her out on that. Instead, I always see people say, oh, she could get her one because Eli cheated, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't want to hear none of that shit, period. Both Eli and Claire were wrong. Eli was wrong for doing what he was doing what he did with that girl, kissing and all that. But he told Claire after it happened. He came there, booked a flight, and told her the day after it happened. With Claire, Eli had to come down there, catch her in the act with Drew, instead of her just calling Eli and really telling him the truth while she's breaking up with him. She don't feel like their relationship. She feels like their relationship has hit a strain with him being so far away. Her not being able to see him or talk to him makes her feel so alone. She wants to have a connection. She wants to have a connection that is intimate, that is emotional, that is physical, that is spiritual, that is all those things. But what she should have told her over the phone is that the reason why she's breaking up with him is because she has caught feelings for somebody else. Period. Because we all know that's the real reason why she broke up with Eli. Because just before the Sparks Will Fly episodes, Drew literally gave her an ultimatum and told her that the reason why he hasn't done anything with Claire or hasn't come on to her is because she's still in a relationship. And then literally the next episode she's breaking up with Eli, but she's trying to make it like it's something other than her not kissing feelings for Drew. Claire, please, like, Claire, like, nobody ever calls her out for pretty much this love triangle. She is the cause and effect for all of this. Like, come on, like, yeah, Eli did what he did, but she never forgave him. She just took him back because she never told Eli she kissed Drew. Well, she kind of did cheat. She never told Eli she kissed Drew the day of the Thanksgiving, whatever fuck they had at the school. She never told him she kissed Drew. That tends to just go over a lot of people's heads. Like, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people don't even look at that moment like, oh my God, Claire did cheat on Eli. Like, because to me personally, I still believe they were in a relationship when she kissed Drew at the little Thanksgiving special, right? Nobody ever calls around that, oh, she kissed Drew. She never told Eli she kissed Drew the day of when he came to town and was telling her about little Nora stuff. Nobody ever calls her out on that. But everybody can't wait to call Eli out for his cheating. My thing is, she never told Eli she kissed Drew. She never told Eli she was catching feelings for Drew. She never told Eli that she was emotionally cheating. She never told Eli any of this stuff. Instead, They made it seem like what she did was innocent, and they wanted Eli to look at the bad guy, which don't make sense to me because both her and him are wrong. Claire was wrong for dragging Drew and her and Eli's mess, and then getting mad at him for not wanting to be in a relationship with her because she was still emotionally tied to Eli. Girl, your logic is dumb. You sound dumb. Just shut the fuck up. Eli came back to town just to get Claire back, even though I feel like, why would they just get back together? There was a long-ass conversation for him and Claire to have, like, a very long conversation. My thing is that, why did she have to tell him she slept with Drew? He knew that when he walked in on them afterwards in season 13. So to me, it never made sense when he was like, oh, you had sex with Drew? Yeah, you knew that. You walked in on us after we had sex. Like, a lot of the writing in season 13 was kind of like, it don't make sense. Like, continuity, like, my thing is that I don't understand why Eli was positioned as the bad guy to the 14 for him basically saying he wanted nothing to do with Claire. I wouldn't either. Like, Claire, you know I love you, and it's the fact that you did all of this and then you try to drag me into it. Like, as much as I love you, I know I don't want to be involved in anything you got with that kid that ain't mine. Period. And I'm able to say that because I have morals. Like, when she talk about, oh, I'm going to move to New York, Eli can help. Girl, you think he going to help you with a baby that ain't his? Especially when you had sex with a nigga that he don't like. Girl, you delulu. I'm not helping with that child. Why? Because it ain't mine. Period. Fuck is you talking about? Like, no, not helping. I feel like Eli was right to be upset because Claire set all this into motion. She had sex with Drew. That was a very impulsive decision. She didn't think about what could happen with her and Drew just having sex. And even though the writer trying to make it like, oh, it was Eli's baby, we all know deep down it was Drew's because it didn't make sense to be Eli's kid. I don't think Eli was wrong for saying he didn't want no part of it, and I feel like everybody who say, oh, he was wrong, how can he be upset? Y'all are delulu. I don't think he was wrong for calling Claire a whore, because why? Because she was trying to have her cake and eat it too. She wanted to be pregnant with Drew and still be in a relationship with Eli. How does that make sense? And then she never took any accountability for how she didn't know who the baby father was. She didn't take any accountability for ruining Drew's life, making it like you're finna get ready to have a kid. Just for him to find out that it ain't his, and it ain't even her who tell him. He had to hear it from Dallas. Like, that's what I'm talking about. She don't communicate. And then it's the fact that she thought if she told Eli that she was pregnant with his kid, that it would just fix things. No, there was so much for Eli and Claire to talk about. I don't feel like them having a child together should automatically made them get back together. There was so much more for them to talk about, and the writers did not do that in season 14. That's why I was over their relationship. And Drew, because he deserves so much more just to be dragged into Eli and Claire's mess and this whole baby daddy drama. He deserves so much more, and I just feel like this love triangle is one of the worst love triangles because, again, it ruins all three characters. This was like the main fucking storyline of season 13 and 14 that they just was very consistent with. Like, as drama-wise, I didn't mind it, but for it to be the main storyline for season 14 was crazy because I did not care who the baby father was for Claire's pregnancy. I didn't like this storyline. I felt like they could have given a better storyline for Drew. Claire and Eli could have figured out their little messy-ass relationship without dragging somebody else into it. That's just how I feel. That's all I really got to say. As always, it is nice talking to y'all, and catch y'all on my next video. But future videos that I do have coming up is I wanted to talk about, because my sister kind of gave me this idea, I wanted to talk about what I loved from the Manny and Emma era for Degrassi and what I loved about the 2010 era for Degrassi. And I'm also going to talk about what I have issues with when it comes to 2010 era and what I have issues with when it comes to the earlier seasons as well. So we're going to talk about what I like and what I dislike for both eras of Degrassi. And then I want to talk about Unexpected, which is a reality show discussing teen pregnancy. Once I'm done talking about Degrassi, I want to do deep dives on each of the couples that I find interesting to me. We're going to talk about their pregnancy journey. We're going to talk about them as a relationship. So we're going to get into all of that. As always, I love the support. I love you guys. Sorry for being inconsistent on this channel. You know, life is crazy right now, but as always, I love getting on here talking to y'all, even if it's just for a little quick minute. I love you all. Thank you for the support, and catch y'all on my next video.